What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. As you guys well know, Thanksgiving just passed, and a lot of people had things that they were thankful for. And a lot of times when people talk about Thanksgiving, they talk about being thankful. They say they're thankful for their children, especially if they're good kids, and that the kids are healthy and with them, and the family's strong, so on and so forth. But a lot of people don't have that privilege right now due to any fault of their own. I want to talk about a story that I covered last month out of Margate, Florida. Shout out Margate. And it's involving this little girl here. This sweet little girl, 10 years old. Her name is Gabby I got to spell this right. Teron, right? She's been missing, according to my research, since June. Last seen on a bus with her mother. This chick right here. The woman you see up here, her name is Pasha Davis. She's the mother, and she has a history of homelessness and mental illness. Both her and this child, Gabby, were on the street. If you guys remember, I put a picture up of the little girl sleeping on the sidewalk where her mother took a picture on her cell phone and sent it to the family that were trying to help her. As the story gets worse, this little girl has been missing. Like I said, her mother's been arrested, seen walking around town without her, got locked up, and feel as though she ain't got to tell where she's at. In fact, make things worse, she said, I gave him to the dad. Yeah, well, that's found out to be a lie. And the father, this past Thanksgiving, paid her a visit in jail and tried to see if he could coax her into giving any type of clue of what happened to this little girl, which she denied, saying anything happened to her, and she keeps saying that she gave it to him. I don't know what's more frustrating, having a baby by somebody that's out of their mind, or just having a baby by somebody that don't care about the child and only care about themselves, whether they're crazy or not. This is another Juggernaut story, and I told you before, the Juggernaut is real, the Juggernaut is dangerous, and sometimes the Juggernaut is out of their fucking mind. Here's the story, let's get it.
Hoping for me to find some truth. Like, I just want to find something, anything.
The father of a girl missing since June confronted that girl's mother at the Broward County Jail yesterday looking for answers in the disappearance of Gabby Teron, but his plea did not work.
Ari Yotzer joins us from the detention facility in Pompano Beach with the latest on a story we broke here on NBC6 a month ago.
So Gordon Teron says he came here yesterday hoping that Gabby's mother would feel some emotion, that maybe she would understand the gravity of the situation and then spill the beans about where Gabby might be. But he says that did not happen.
Pasha Davis received a jailhouse visitor on Thanksgiving Day.
I was hoping that maybe, she would care, that, she's out there and everyone's worried,
Gordon Teron's 10-year-old daughter, Gabby Teron, has been missing for months. She was last seen with her mother, Pasha Davis, in June. Davis is currently in jail on a child neglect charge. She was homeless, and Gabby was sleeping in an alleyway last year. In his quest to find his daughter, Teron is convinced Davis knows where she is.
I went there to try to get answers because, I really don't understand the holidays right now because, things are not right. It actually ruined the day for me, to be honest. It was terrible.
She didn't give up any information that might give you a clue as to where Gabby might be.
No, not at all.
Did she show any emotion at all when you're asking her, where is Gabby? I can't find Gabby. Any emotion at all?
Yeah, she showed emotion. She showed anger.
Teron was angry too, furious, he said, when he left the jail.
My anger is not going to, solve anything.
What were your hopes of going to the jail on Thanksgiving Day? What were you hoping would happen?
Hoping for me to find some truth. I just want to find something, anything.
Do me a favor, what's your name, man?
I don't think it's fair I give up my name.
Davis has been uncooperative from the start. The court is waiting on a psychiatric evaluation. Teron is wondering why Davis, who he says has always been overprotective of Gabby, is just shrugging off her disappearance.
I don't know how she's not worried by her being in a dangerous situation and not say anything. That wouldn't make sense to me, and it still doesn't. But you know, we live in a crazy world. Who knows?
Terralong says Davis is sticking to her version of events, that she supposedly gave Gabby to him back in July, and that he's the one who should be in jail, not her. Now, as we've been reporting, several police agencies are investigating this case. Margate Police, the FBI, authorities up in Orlando. They gave Terralong a polygraph, and we're told they believe that he's telling the truth. We're in Pompano Beach. Our Riyadhs are NBC6 News.
All right, guys. It's a damn shame. Nobody knows where this little girl is. It's the holidays. Nobody knows whether she's safe or not. She was living on the street. That was hard enough. But this woman had help and wouldn't give an outlet. She chose to suffer and have her child suffer with her. And now all of a sudden the child's missing. She's sitting in jail and she's sitting up there like it's her right not to fucking say shit. Crazy or not, she would talk to me. By hook or by crook, she would talk to me. This right here and stories like this are very bad because they pulled the hair out of people that really cared about this little girl and wish they could have done more, because nobody's foreseeing all of this type of stuff happening, meaning her missing. And then the thing is, when somebody's living on the street, it's hard to find them. People go missing all the time, and a lot of times they don't want to be found. But this situation is bad. You know, it's bad for an adult to be homeless, and it's dangerous, let alone a child. In my honest opinion, I don't mean to be sound crazy. The way she's acting, I think she's smart enough to know that as long as she keeps her mouth shut, she won't get charged with anything other than child neglect. I think honestly, this little girl may be gone. And it's heartbreaking to say that because she's a cute little thing, a year older than my child. Look just like her dad. And I'm more than sure he probably going through it too. I had some questions about him, about how he said he ain't seen his daughter in a year. But that's besides the point. The little girl should still be here. You have the answers that you need right there and won't do nothing to extract that shit from her. So let me tell you something. In America, they say it's legal to torture people. What about when people torture others? So I'm gonna tell you something. I watched the documentary about Bin Laden last night on Netflix. It was a very good documentary, 3-part documentary. And the reason why they took them to Cuba, all of those Al-Qaeda members to Cuba, was basically to torture them and get answers out of them. Of course, they couldn't do it in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Some people may think it's sad to do that and all this other stuff. But you got to look at it like this. There are a lot of people missing in this country. Yeah, what Bin Laden did was bad. And it made a personal vendetta for the presidents of the United States to want to get him, to get revenge for the American people. They wanted him dead. They didn't want him in custody. They wanted him dead. You can go look at the video. That's as vicious as it gets. And that's dishing as hard as justice you can give out. They wanted him dead. But this stuff happens to everybody in this country. At least once a day, somebody is getting torn out the frame from some type of terrorism, but we don't go all out for them. This little girl matters. She has the rest of her life ahead of her. We don't know if she's alive or dead, and the mom got the right to sit up there with that fucking little bun on her head up high, lips poked out, and she ain't gonna say nothing like somebody getting on her goddamn nerves. Man came up there to see you Thanksgiving. Of course you ain't gonna say nothing. Why? Because you realize you have all the cards, and the justice system has it like that. You talking about, I want her to see if she, just have her sense the gravity of what's going on. Yeah, but she'd sense the gravity with me. I'd take her to the tallest building and hang her off of it. You know what I'm saying? Makes no sense. People are evil. People are childish. People are entitled, or feel they are. And people lack accountability. I'd hang her off that building. I'd tell her, you got 30 seconds to tell me where my child is, or where the child is, or flies will be crawling over your eyeballs in the next 30 seconds. It's crazy how people do people, but nothing gets done to them. Crazy or not. A lot of times, you know, when people say they crazy and stuff like this and they functional, they can turn that shit on and off. And you don't know the real from the fake. She knew she gave that baby to somebody. Could you imagine going up there to talk to the other part of your child? You know, the one other half that made your child, pleading to them, crying to them. Hey, where's the baby? I don't know. I gave it to you. Shit. I'd be in that jail too. People are crazy. But then again, crazy or not, that's what you get with juggernaut female. Told you before, juggernaut real, juggernaut dangerous. And this woman right here, crazy as hell, Pasha Davis, is no different. Species name. It's Monday. Juggernautess, out of her mindest, the crazy type. Yeah, but there need to be people out there to match that crazy, extract the information that they need from her, so this girl can be found. I was looking at a thing on Netflix, another show that they have on Netflix, and I mean, you guys got to check these shows out they got on Netflix. It's called Missing, where it talks about missing people and what goes on behind the scenes with law enforcement in trying to locate these people and how they bring people to justice after the body's found, or if it's not. It's very detailed of how the procedure in which they do, and it's exhausting. Them officers go through hell doing that. That's a hard job. You know what I'm saying? And it shows the stress on the families and everything else. And this is one of the worst things you can do to somebody. Take somebody that they love, that they have a history with, especially their children, and make them disappear, and then you don't say nothing about it. You just watch people wallow in their misery and sadness because you yourself has that in yourself for you. It's fucked up. It's beyond evil. And need to be handled. It's upsetting. You know what I'm saying? I have a child close to her age, and it just breaks my heart that she was smiling in pictures and didn't even, regardless of the situation or how goofy her mom was, she was still being a kid. Now she's not here. Christmas is for children, and she's not here. Thanksgiving, kids like to eat. She's not here. We don't know the answer, but we know who does. She does. And she's protected. And she feels as though she ain't gonna say shit, so she don't care. She don't care about that kid. She don't care about that dude. She only care about herself. And they need to fix it. And people that do this type of shit. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Anxiety, depression, stress, nobody wants that on. But a lot of times when it comes to your children missing, y'all, that's a weight that a lot of people can't bear. I don't know the dude. I don't know his relationship with the little girl or whatever, but he seemed like he generally loved and cared for the child. God knows what he's going through, and everybody else that cared about Gabby. Hopefully she's found, but it don't look good. I got to be honest. See you in the next video. Take care.